Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello, beautiful soul family, and welcome to Weekly Wisdom and Insights, your home for spiritually guided transformation and empowerment. I am your host, Dearjames, and together with the unseen, Spirit, Source, and Symphony, we look at the current energies, the intuitive wisdom and insights, and we go as guided. And we have some really beautiful, 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 empowering energies that we are working with based on the most recent Aries equinox that just occurred on March 20th. And how Mercury had stationed direct, and it was conjunct both Mars and the karmic north node. And so we want to jump right in. Welcome, Kiki. Welcome, Alicia. Welcome, Colleen. And let's just jump into the main energy numbers. We have the difficult beginnings, persevere, innocence, open. We have both the creative force and the receptive force, so the divine masculine and the divine feminine. With this orchestration of peace, it's number 11. It's also known as the most intuitive master number. And it's a way to, it's a way through. And so as we look at these energies, the Aries equinox, which is the new year, if you will, the astrological new year, there's this whole aspect of rebirth, renewal. And this one's different. We'll get into that in a minute. And so I want to just jump into our main theme really quickly because it takes us into it, and then we'll backtrack into the astrology. But our main theme is up, up, and away, far beyond your wildest imagination. And you see these beautiful, like, crystals, you know, this crystalline formation or energy and this plasma consciousness that we've been talking about. Well, so we have up, up, and away. Well, up, and away signifies a transcendent journey beyond earthly limitations, encompassing resurrection, spiritual ascent to higher consciousness, and the hopeful uplifting of energy. It represents breaking free from burdens, gaining a higher perspective, and embracing spiritual freedom or divine intervention, such as in ascension or overcoming challenges. We are leaving the old behind. We're going back to where we began, an octave higher. So there is ascension built in here. There is an overcoming of the past, a releasing of the past, and this kind of transcendent journey. I know on the world stage, it looks like a dumpster fire. I mean, everything's just a dumpster fire. And yet, you know, in the ending is the beginning, in the beginning is the end. And so we have this transcendent journey beyond earthly limitations, encompassing resurrection. So think again, individually, collectively. It's about ascension and divine elevation. In Christian theology, the phrase refers to Master Jesus's ascension, symbolizing a movement into the realm of the divine, which is interpreted as the spirit taking precedence over earthly limitations. This is where we place our soul source connection, our true north, in service. It's forward, it's driving now. And the ego, mind, personality, human comes in concert with it, in service to it, behind it, next to it, behind it, as one. It represents rising above difficulties and burdens, often depicted in a spiritual sense as rising on eagle's wings to gain a higher vantage point. This is eagle medicine that we've had a couple times. Culturally and in popular culture, it signifies maintaining a positive mindset or positive light and moving away from negativity, judgment, and worry. This is about staying calm in the center of the storm. While everything else is raging around us, we stay calm and centered. Peace, it's 11, that way to, that way through, that's peace. In various spiritual traditions, going up, so up, up and away, going up is linked to the upward movement of energy, such as the Udana or the rising breath in Hindu tradition, symbolizing spiritual evolution toward higher realms. Going back to where we began, an octave higher. It highlights a paradoxical spiritual growth where acknowledging mistakes or experiencing, quote, falling down is part of a journey upward, resulting in greater wisdom in spiritual journey. It's about learning from our choices, not mistakes, our choices. There are no mistakes. They're all choices. And so when the apostles asked Master Jesus, where are we going? Where are we going? And he said, you ask where you're going without knowing where you've been. So this highlights this paradoxical spiritual growth where acknowledging mistakes, choices, or experiencing falling down is part of the journey upward, resulting in greater wisdom and spiritual joy. Because you'll see, I'm just going to jump to it really quickly. They said, number 6, which denotes spirit and service, the unseen said, release me, release my body. It's a song by Agnes, and then they put in parens, the sins of the past. So when we're release me, release my body, we're talking about what we've done in the past, where we've been, because we're shedding this, we're letting go of all of it. That was the yin wood snake of last year. Now it's the yang fire horse. So we're looking at this releasing the sins of the past. And they said, it's what you do next that matters most or matters more. So it's not about the choices of the past. It's not about reliving them. It is about purifying them, transcending them, releasing them. And thus, it's what you do next that matters most and matters more. So we have this up, up and away, and then far beyond your wildest imagination. Well, far beyond, the spiritual phrase, far beyond your wildest imagination, signifies that the universe or the divine has plans, blessings, and power that surpass human comprehension, logic, and expectations. It is a promise that reality can exceed the most optimistic mental pictures or dreams a person can create. The unseen, the divine, the all that is limitless. It has our true north, our highest octave in mind. It's ever present. It is number 5, which denotes change from the unseen. The God, the divine, knows, sees, is everything. And then they said, ain't no sunshine when she's gone. So when the divine is absent in our lives, when God, the divine, the all that is absent, ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And they said, everlasting change, hyphen, I am. That which is constant, that which is ever changing. So the divine, God, the divine, the all that is everlasting change, and yet I am. It's that which is constant and that which is ever changing. And that the divine knows, sees, and is everything. So it's for us to reconnect. It's how we change. It's that 11, that portal, that gateway, that most intuitive knowing within us that says, see, the divine, the unseen knows and sees and is all. We are that. And so when we allow this everlasting change and the consistency, the constancy of that, we're rooted in a foundation that is formidable. I mean, it's just because it's all changing and all constant. What a beautiful, it's a paradox, and yet it's not, because you can see within the two how congruent, how unified they are. We're ever constant and ever changing. It's only when we step outside of that we lose control, or fall into despair or worry or any of those things, though, any of those shadow elements. And yet when we stand in our I am presence, it is the way, it is the foundation, the mechanism, it's number 5, that we operate, and not only operate, but triumph over or through change. Because we keep evolving. Everything is evolving and yet ever constant. So, continuing on with far beyond your wildest imagination, it serves as a reminder to not limit God and the divine or the universe by human finite constraints. Ego, mind, personality, human. It is an invitation to move beyond small prayers and trust in a power that is by nature unimaginable. It often refers to the idea that this power is not just distant or external, but actively working within, through us, through the individual, specifically, immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to divine power that is at work within us. So this is about understanding that it's immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us. That's Ephesians 3:20. It suggests that the best path is often unknown to us. It can be uncertain. We may not be able to see down and around the corner, and yet we have a knowing of what's next. It's number 1 from the unseen. Take the first step towards, quote, your new reality. Just take the first step, then keep stepping. It's about, there's a new reality. We each have a new reality, individually and collectively. This Aries equinox ushers in, because remember, all of the planets, welcome Dr. Sue, all of the planets, which we're going to get to here in a second, I'll show you. Remember, they're moving into Aries. That is the first sign of the zodiac. It commences the astrological new year, and it is a stellium of planets coming into Aries. And so we have this, take the first step towards your new reality. Then keep stepping. It's step by step. We don't have to know everything. We're going to, the unseen, the divine, the all that is going to illuminate within us, knowings, awareness. What's the step? What are we being guided to move toward? What are we being guided to release? And as we take that first step, after that, keep stepping, keep stepping. What's meant to be will come to fruition. What isn't will fall away. It suggests that the best path forward, or the best path, is often unknown to us, and the outcome of trusting the journey will produce results superior to what we would have planned for ourselves. What the unseen wants for us, the divine, the all that is, your soul wants for us, for you, will always be far superior, far greater than what our ego, mind, personality, human would allow or choose. And so we have to keep stepping, take the first step, move through. Welcome, Elizabeth. The phrase is associated with receiving abundance, not just in material wealth, but in spiritual, relational, and purposeful growth. So this, again, transcends the material. It's all encompassing. It encourages replacing worry with expectation. It reminds individuals that when they surrender or let go, the resulting reality often surpasses their hopes. And so we have this far beyond your wildest imagination is a call to trust that you are worthy of and destined for something greater than your current mental, physical, or spiritual restrictions allow you to see. So just be open. This was from last week where they were talking about be open, listen intently, be open to receive, be ready to act. This is where, because it's about forced growth. So the equinox energies, this massive reset, is forced growth from last week, the dawn of a new day, and this week's energies up, and away, far beyond your wildest imagination. So let's just take a look really quickly at the astrological wheel for the Aries equinox that occurred on March 20th. And you'll see the mini grand trine. It's on the top left is Uranus. On the going towards about 3 o'clock is Pluto. And then at the top, we have the Sun conjunct the vertex and Neptune. So we have this, and here's Uranus aspecting the North Node, Mercury, and then also Saturn and Neptune. So Uranus is higher mind, expect the unexpected. And this is where, then when I looked at this chart, what I heard was seismic rebirth. There's a seismic rebirth involved in this Aries equinox chart and all of that. And just let me go back to that really quickly before we go to seismic rebirth. Look at all the planets, the stellium of planets in Aries. You have the Sun, you have the vertex, you have Neptune, you have Saturn, you have Venus, you have the Moon, you have Chiron, the wounded healer. And soon you'll have Mars and Mercury in Aries as well. So all of this, what is it, 7 right now? There's 7. So you're going to end up with 9. Yes, the moon will move out and so forth, but you're going to have, 9, 10 celestial bodies renewing themselves, moving into the first sign of the zodiac. And remember, this is in concert with the fact that Saturn and Neptune came together at the 0 degrees of Aries. It hasn't happened in 6,000 plus years. There's no recorded history of what happened at that point 6,000 plus years ago. So all of this is culminating, which is speaking to these new beginnings, massive new beginnings, which is why, again, you see the old cleaving and clinging, trying to maintain control and power and manipulation. It's over. As above, so below. And while humankind thinks, oh, I can do this, this, and this, and manipulate and control and, hide and do all these shadowy elements, that higher power is a force beyond all. There is nothing that man can construct that the divine cannot dismantle, wipe away, bring into the light, purify, extract. It's historical, it's biblical fact, truth. So now let's move into seismic rebirth. In a spiritual context, it refers to a profound, often chaotic, and sudden transformation that shatters existing life structures to make way for a more authentic existence. It is a shaking of foundations that destroys old, rigid ways of being. We're just talking about that. Bringing hidden truths and repressed emotions to the surface for deep healing and renewal, deep cleansing. This experience often involves the collapsing of old belief systems. We're watching this happen on the world stage. From the hashtag, Me Too movement to all of these different, all of these things that have been repressed, suppressed. Minorities, different groups, different ways of being, where they have been, these belief systems, the relationships, they're collapsing. So this experience often involves the collapsing of old belief systems, relationships, or life paths that no longer serve the soul's growth. It is a clearing away of the superficial, often leading to a, quote, dark night of the soul before the reconstruction. Similar to how earthquakes release immense geological pressure, a seismic spiritual event, a seismic rebirth, often releases long-held emotional and spiritual tension, allowing for a profound, albeit sometimes returns to parts of a person's life that felt dead, dry, or hopeless, causing a rattling and reconnection of scattered parts of the self. The aftermath of this destruction forced growth, forces a move towards radical authenticity, where the individual is forced to rebuild on a firmer foundation. Because we're being asked to look at, again, past choices, not mistakes, choices. Where have we, been in alignment, been on our true north path? Where did we detour? What did we learn from that? And are we choosing in the present moment to align with Source, with God, with the divine, with all that is, that higher octave, to rise up, receive, change, everlasting, ever-present change, and yet that which is constant, the I am, within us and the all that is. So it's often characterized by the scattered parts, and then the aftermath of this destruction forces a move towards radical authenticity, where the individual is forced to rebuild on a firmer foundation, focusing on their true purpose rather than external pressures. This is about what your soul came to do. What did 8 billion souls come to achieve at this moment? And when we break that down, what did each one of us, what did our soul come to do? Many traditions view this shaking as a divine defibrillator, where the spirit shakes a person's heart to force it to wake up, heal, and beat with renewed passion. So again, this is all about the masks, the identities, the labels, the scripts, the stories, the material possessions. All of those things are set decoration. They are not who we are individually, collectively. Who are we absent all of those things? And so this seismic rebirth, this zero Aries point with Saturn and Neptune in 6,000 plus years, all the planets moving. I mean, think of the orchestration that it takes for everything like a Swiss timepiece to go click, 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 click. It's intentional. It's everlasting change, and yet it's constant. It's divine. It's divinely orchestrated. And so as above, so below. So let's move into our mantra. I am a great light. And this is true of who we are, individually, collectively, as a species, as divine beings. I am a great light. It signifies embodying divine truth, hope, and spiritual enlightenment, acting as a beacon that dispels darkness, ignorance, and despair. It reflects a transformative spiritual power to illuminate, guide, and bring salvation to oneself and others, representing a connection to higher consciousness and divine presence. It signifies that a person embodies divine knowledge, clarity, and truth, divine purity, rather than just merely observing it. We are this. We are divine knowledge. We are divine clarity. We are divine truth. We are divine purity. We don't merely observe it. We are it. We embody it. Based on prophetic texts like Isaiah 9:2, this represents hope, joy, hope in dark times, and the arrival of a transformative force amid despair and hopelessness. The light acts as a guiding force to lead oneself or others out of confusion, spiritual blindness, and/or wrong choices, less than choices. Similar to the biblical concept where followers become, quote, the light in the Lord, It's Ephesians 5:8. This means radiating the goodness, the compassion, and the love of the Creator to the world. We reflect back. So when we embody our divinity, that light radiates and we reflect it outward, and thereby it's being transmitted out, and in reciprocity we receive it back. This light is often considered a grace or gift from God, from the divine, brought to humanity despite their mistakes, meaning despite their choices, and symbolizing unconditional love. It is to identify as a great light. It is to be a source of wisdom, love, and clarity that helps dissolve spiritual ignorance and brings hope into the world. It restores it. So there's also often this, let me just bring it back up. I am a great light. When we cling to the light, cling to it, it amplifies, it magnifies. It releases like the embers that go off into the night sky, and they are, it ripples out. And so it is to remember the purity of who we are, the divinity of who we are. Because number 2 from the unseen, they said, shake, rattle, and roll. It's time to rumba. And rumba means enthusiastic. It's an enthusiastic phrase. It's time to rumba means it's an enthusiastic phrase, meaning it's time to dance, party, or start having a good time. We're bearing witness to the collapse of the Piscean patriarchal era. It's painful to endure, to go through, to bear witness to, and yet there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's that 11. There is internal peace and wisdom, divinity. There is this light. I am a great light. And the unseen is saying to us, shake, rattle, and roll. It's a shaking, that forced growth. It's a shaking. It's a waking up. It is the mandrakes that we keep talking about from the Harry Potter movies, where we're being uprooted, forced growth, uprooted from that little pot, from where we were, the octave of where we were, and being transplanted into a greater vessel, which leads to greater growth, greater opportunity, possibility. And it's spiritual growth. It's spiritual enlightenment. It's spiritual nature that then, when sent out, we the people, Aquarian, matriarchal, comes back to us in a way that magnifies and amplifies. It's not fake, it's not false. It's not ego, mind, personality driven. Me, I, disconnected from the soul, from your true north. It's in alignment and harmony, in service to it. And that is a game changer. It is completely the inverse of where we've been. And then number 3 from the unseen, they said, beginner's luck, ? Nah, you've earned this. You've earned it. Your, quote, hard work and dedication pay off. Well, this is about strength. In the tarot, the strength card, it's about having courage. It's about taming our wild nature, taming the ego, mind, personality, human, to reach the soul self, to lead with it. And then this is about the 6 of Wands. And we had this in a few shows back, and they're bringing it back. The unseen is bringing it back to us to say, see, beginner's luck? Nah, you've earned this. You've earned it. Your hard work and dedication pay off. The 6 of Wands, this is from tarot.com. Cue the applause. The 6 of Wands is a card of recognition, success, and walking the walk after you've done the work. This isn't just about winning. It's about being seen as victorious. You've fought through the noise, hello 5 of Wands, and now you're reaping the rewards, the validation, the celebration, the momentum. Whether it's public praise or a private win that finally feels like enough, this card tells you to own it, enjoy it, and then keep going. See, this is take that first step towards your new reality, then keep stepping. Upright, the Six of Wands signals achievement, confidence, and well-deserved recognition. You've overcome obstacles, stayed the course, and now the spotlight's on you. People are noticing your impact, so let them. This card is also a reminder to celebrate your wins instead of rushing past them. You earned this. Take the mic. The most recognized version of the Six of Wands is a full-on victory parade, and the symbolism makes it loud and clear. A central figure rides a white horse, think purity of purpose, authenticity, with a laurel wreath on their head and another tied to their wand, both classic emblems of triumph, success, and recognition. This person isn't alone either. The crowd in the background isn't just for show. It symbolizes community, unity, validation, and the moment when your private efforts get public applause. The upright wand among 5 others echoes the rise from the previous struggle, the rise from the Piscean patriarchal octave era. This card's imagery says, you made it. They see it, and yes, you deserve it. We deserve this moment. We deserve this triumph. It's not beginner's luck. It's not happenstance. We've endured. We've put in the effort. We've shown up. We've emptied our vessel. We've honed and polished our stone. We've faced our choices. We've looked at ourselves. And we're actively choosing to be in the moment, to be in flow with this extraordinary change. The I am within us, the divinity, the light. I am a great light. And it's recognized. People see it. It's like, oh, I'll have what you're having. I'll have what they're having. I want that. And the more we radiate it, like fireflies, like embers, it's our beautiful mantra. I am a great light. Shine your light. Let people see your divinity, your authenticity, your purity, which is, your surrender, meaning your divine empowerment. Because what you're surrendering to is your soul, yourself. It's not an external white flag giving up. And while we're talking about that, let's go right to it. It's Channing Nicholas. This is her weekly issue number 108. You can't win if you give up. This week writes us a reality check. On Wednesday, today, the sun links up with Saturn, the planet of discipline, in a clarifying cazimi. That's when the sun, the planet, is in the heart of the sun, and asks us to take responsibility for our actions, for our choices, and to be clear about what is none of our business. Most importantly, this is an opportunity to recommit to your growth and long-term goals. Think legacy, not insta results. So this isn't checkers, it's chess. This is legacy, not instant gratification. When Venus, the planet of love, connects with Chiron, the wounded healer, on Thursday, old wounds could resurface and feelings might get hurt. But it's not for nothing. When we pay attention to our pain points, we are more likely to get to the root of the issue. A symptom is never where to stop. So again, as things are being churned up, remember this is that seismic rebirth, that shaking of the roots, the mandrakes being transplanted. It's about renewal. Don't stop at the surface, at the pain point. Take a deeper look, because of course, without an irritant, a grain of sand in an oyster, there's never a pearl. It's the irritant that creates the pearl. So, or the pain point. The symptom is never where to stop. Now let's move to our keyword. I want to go into that as well. Keyword is dimension. And this is all about, when this word popped up, there was two. There was the word responsibility, which we've had before, keyword responsibility, and then the word dimension. And dimension is a measurable extent of some kind, such as length, breadth, depth, or height. It's an extension in one direction, a measurement in space. Spiritually, dimension is a layer of consciousness or a state of awareness beyond the physical 3D world that focuses on inner growth, energy, and connection to a higher purpose. It's your true north. It is that aspect of ourselves, and it signifies moving from ego-driven material reality, 3D, to a more interconnected, intuitive, there's the 11 piece, intuitive and elevated state, a 5D state. And so there's this aspect about what the unseen is saying is recognize the dimensionality, the dimension to all of us, individually and collectively, not just the universe that we live in, the dimension of the universe, but the dimension within ourselves, these fractals of light. It represents the depth, the breadth, the height of who we are. It's extraordinary. Each one is infinitely unique. And when we harness that, I am a great light, when we harness that, it's a game changer. And yet we, humans, we tend to just, stay in that ego, mind, personality, human aspect of ourselves instead of the divinity of ourselves, the unity, the oneness, which is extraordinary. It's not ordinary, it's extraordinary. And so this is this time. This is a massive reset. Up and away, far beyond your wildest imagination. Take the first step towards your new reality, then keep stepping, keep walking, keep taking the steps. Shake, rattle, and roll. It's time to rumba. Beginner's luck? Nah, you've earned this. You've earned it. Your hard work and dedication pay off. It's that 6 of Wands. And it is, I just want to go back here quickly. It is the Strength card. It's taming the beast. And the lion doesn't have to roar. The lion is. The sun is at the back here. The sun and the moon are lit up together. There's that divine masculine, divine feminine together. The 1 and the 2. In harmony, in unity. The 6 of Wands. It's about the 3 of Wands, where the seeds we've planted, the ships are coming in. In the tarot, this is, you've put it out there. Well, this isn't beginner's luck. You've earned it. And so this is the ships coming in. It has to do with accelerated advance, where it's going to move faster and faster and faster. There may be tower moments because this is seismic rebirth. And remember, the tower moments don't have to be quote unquote negative. Tower moments can be quantum leaps of faith. They can be positive. What does it all culminate and lead to? The sun. It's the happiest card in the tarot deck. This is renewal, rebirth. This is purity, the white horse. This is that radiating, and look at the sun. It's a feminine face on the sun. Release me, release my body, the sins of the past. It's what you do next that matters most, matters more. And God, the divine, knows, sees, is everything. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Everlasting change, I am. That which is constant, that which is ever changing. So there's this aspect, because that beautiful image that we had where the beginning is near from the imaginary foundation. Here's the rubble of where we've been. Here's all the goo, the past choices, all of these things, individually, collectively. It looks like a dumpster fire. But what's on the other side? Limitless expanse, dimension, the all that is, the cosmos. And that's us. That's what awaits us. The beginning is near. It's right here. Are we, again, enduring the experiences of our choices of the past? Yes. There's a reckoning. We're reconciling. Rest assured it comes, because the unseen, as above, so below, is dictating, is running the show. There may be humans amongst us that think they are. And, God, the divine, they're just laughing. They're like, you're so cute. Yes, you're playing your divine role for everyone. But that doesn't mean that, through sleight of hand and all of this trickery and foolery and goo of the past, because history and religion teaches us that less than, that trickery and foolery is dealt with. It's extrapolated. And that which is good, not perfect, good, remains, goes on, ascends, rises to the next octave. Now let's move to, and I just want to bring in this quote. Fate is strange. It's a quote by Emily Rada from The Golden Door. Fate is strange, and our destinies can be shaped by very small decisions. See, it's take that first step towards your new reality. Then keep stepping. It doesn't have to be massive, big changes sometimes. It's simply that our destinies can be shaped by very small decisions. One step in front of the next, building upon, in alignment with soul source connection, your soul. And now we're going to go to moon omens. And they're speaking about the new astrological year, a moment of rebirth, seismic rebirth. As the last sign of the zodiac wheel, Pisces represents the cosmic womb, the place where we all come from and where we are headed, the in-between threshold moments, and the transition between one cycle to another. Pisces season is a time of year focused on allowing what is meant to end to dissolve, going inward and starting to gestate the seeds of a new chapter, Three of Wands, the seeds that we planted, to gestate the seeds of a new chapter while completing the current one. So we've just completed Pisces season. When the sun leaves the mystical waters of Pisces to enter the cardinal fire sign of Aries and kick off a new astrological year, the collective atmosphere shifts from reflection, introspection, and closure toward action, risk-taking, and new beginnings. As the first sign of the zodiac, Aries symbolizes the moment of birth, the cut of the umbilical cord, the spark of new life. I am a great light. And the emergence of individual consciousness out of the collective ocean. Through Aries, we emerge into the world as separate beings, and we are asked to honor our individuality by following our desires and forging our unique path. It's about following what the soul came to do. When we talk about what's my purpose, what's my passion, it's to listen to the soul. The soul will speak when we listen. It's speaking all the time, but when we listen, we hear it. Listen intently. Be open to receive. Be ready to act. The sun's ingress into Aries is a symbolic and energetic moment of rebirth and renewal. This event marks the start of a new evolutionary cycle and brings renewed momentum and life force. The beginning of the new astrological year encourages a more direct and active approach to life and represents an invitation to move forward, take new risks, and dare to create what you have been dreaming of creating. Even small actions taken, see, small steps, even small actions taken these days help us set the tone for the weeks and months and year ahead. So there's this aspect of, again, it's just take the first step. It is that beautiful quote, fate is strange. And our destinies can be shaped by very small decisions. One step upon the other, upon the other, upon the other, building this very beautiful, new, strong foundation because it's authentic, it's pure, it's connected to source, your soul source connection, true north. Now let's look at 747, the number 747. Spiritually, the angel number signifies that you are on the right path, aligning with your soul's higher purpose and supported by divine forces, urging a balance between material focus and spiritual growth. This is an incredibly powerful number. It represents profound personal transformation, encouraging the release of old habits to embrace positive, new opportunities and connections. It's about letting go of who we were, the who, what, where, place, all that stuff, the goo, the past, to receive the present future. It is the Yang fire horse that's being guided. It knows what to do and where to go. Scene 747 is a sign from the universe that you are guided and loved, prompting you to trust the divine plan during times of change. It acts as a prompt to shift focus from solely financial or material goals to nurturing your inner spirit and spiritual life. This number frequently appears when you are meant to embrace a significant life shift or new opportunities, often regarding personal growth. 747 is auspicious for fostering connections with like-minded individuals and deepening existing relationships. In some contexts, it can suggest a need to look past false appearances, the masks, the identities, the labels, the scripts, the stories. So it's to look past false appearances and avoid self-deception in difficult times. This number serves as a reminder to pursue your dreams without letting circumstances hold you back. So this is 747. I mean, think of it. It's like it was the largest plane, a 747. It's big. It's big energy. It's powerful energy. And it's about powerful change, powerful transformation. All of this is underlined by number 4 from the unseen. 4 is foundational. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from you. It's made famous by Diana Ross, Tammy Terrell, that this is the unseen, the divine, the all that is saying there's nothing that keeps me from getting to you. So that being true, and knowing where we've been, past choices, past decisions, it's simply to say, let me align with the divine. Welcome, Olivia. Let me align with the divine. Because there's nothing that's not seen. God, the divine knows, sees, is everything. So there's no fooling the unseen, God, the divine. And there's no hiding from the divine. So align with it. Align with the divine. See where it takes you. Number 7 from the unseen is, where there's a will, a divine will, your soul. Where there's a will, a divine will, there's a way. Exclamation point. So, and it's 7 is, the completion, the foundation, the fulfillment of God's word. And so we have this, when we align with it, it's green lights. Everything's possible. Anything is possible. But it's because we're in alignment with divine will, which means we're in alignment with our soul, what our soul purpose is, what our soul came to experience and achieve. The only thing that will prevent you from aligning with that is your ego, mind, personality, human. Period. That's it. Calm the human, calm the ego, and listen to your soul, and it'll be like, oh, okay, you want me to do this. Okay, gulp. Oh, okay, butterflies, or okay. And then you do, take the step. Take the first step towards your new reality, and then keep stepping. Because it's time. We've earned this moment in time. Now let's look, we're going to go to astrobutterfly.com. Sun in Aries, a new journey around the sun. And this is an excerpt. I'll post the entire thing on the Dearjames Facebook page. On March 20th, 2026, the sun entered Aries, the beginning of the solar year. 0 degrees Aries is the 0 point of the zodiac, where a new yearly cycle begins. Since ancient times, astrologers have used the Aries ingress, the moment the sun enters Aries, to read the tone of the year ahead. So this isn't just momentary or in this week. These energies are arcing out for the entire next solar year. So it's to read the tone of the year ahead as a snapshot of how this new cycle is likely to unfold. What's going to unfold? Seismic rebirth. This up, and away, far beyond your wildest imagination, forced growth, all of these things. And yet it's not beginner's luck. We've earned it. We've shown up to do the work. So it's to read the tone ahead. It's a snapshot of the new cycle and what's to unfold. Like a solar return for the world itself, Sun's or Soul's ingress into Aries is the yearly reset, the start of a new astrological year, the moment life presses restart. But this time it feels a little bit different. While the previous 365-day journey now comes to an end, we're still under the echoes of the new moon at 28 degrees Pisces, still carrying the memories and unfinished threads of where we've been. A new year without remembering what has shaped us is just another unconscious spin around the sun. It's Master Jesus again. See, you're asking where you're going without knowing where you've been. So when we do that without acknowledging, reflecting, it's not about getting stuck in the past. It's not about beating ourselves up for the past. It's not about that. It's simply about recognizing, acknowledging, where am I? Where have I been? Where am I? And so that we remember, so that it's a conscious spin around the sun, not an unconscious one. It's not an autopilot. We're present in the moment. The same impulse to begin again. The same urge for a fresh start. The same belief that by turning the page, we somehow reset the story, as if a new beginning could erase what came before. But a solar new year does not erase the past. A new beginning means nothing if it's not rooted in what truly matters. And when we've got the mandrakes, they're showing me, we're uprooted, right, from the small pot. But the roots were in the soil, gaining nutrients, life, memory. And then they're transplanted into the new larger pot, new soil. But the vibration, the energetic memory and vibration of where we were transfers with us. And that's that beautiful release me, release my body, the sins of the past. It's what you do next that matters most, that matters more. We are not defined by the past. Allow your past to refine you, not define you. We take that information, we take those choices, and we allow it to refine us. So that in the new pot, in the new, we're making new choices, higher octave choices, better choices. Astrologybutterfly.com, astrobutterfly.com. Soon after the new astrological year starts and the world presses the reset button once again, in the same rhythm as it has always done, something unexpected happens. Mercury turns direct. And this is not the usual Mercury station. Mercury changes direction in an exact conjunction with the karmic North Node in Pisces. Mercury and the North Node linger here for days, digging deeper than their usual motion allows, giving weight and meaning to the direction ahead. Remember, the North Node, that karmic North Node, is where humanity is going, where we are collectively going. The South Node is what we're releasing. So this is giving weight and meaning to the direction ahead, because Mercury, how we think, communicate, all of these things, it's our interpersonal mind, is lingering with the karmic North Node. When it stations direct, it did that on the 20th of March. A new year, a new beginning. Okay, but why am I doing this? What is this really for? What actually matters? The Aries ingress, conjunct Neptune in Aries, carries a different, because the sun comes in and it conjuncts Neptune, carries a different kind of beginning. For the first time in our lifetime, the sun meets Neptune at the very start of the zodiac. a new cycle doesn't just begin, it begins with meaning. Neptune, so this is why it's different. It's the first time that Neptune and Saturn were conjunct at the 0 point, 6,000 plus years. Now here's the sun with the astrological new year, conjuncting Neptune, conjuncting Saturn. And so it's a new beginning, it's a new cycle, a new beginning with meaning. Neptune brings something the Aries ingress doesn't usually carry, a sense that this beginning is not random, not isolated, not just another turn of the wheel, that there is something behind it, something more, something that connects it to a deeper layer of existence. And the unseen is saying to me in this moment, it's connecting us to the deepest aspect of self, to our soul, our true purpose, divine purpose, what we've come here to do. It's as if everything before that, the Piscean patriarchal era of 2,000 plus years and everything that came before it was, before this 6,000 plus year time, was set decoration, like it was rehearsal. It was rehearsal for this moment. This moment, it's showtime. Now it's live. This was all just dress rehearsal. Now we're here, matriarchal, Aquarian, higher octave. It's the real show, the real play. This was all rehearsal. The highest potential of this alignment is a remembering of something fundamental, that the very fact that we are here in flesh and bones means something. This is the first time in our lifetime when we step into a new cycle, not only with momentum, but with a sense of direction that comes from something beyond us. It's our soul, the divine, moving through us, divine will. Where there's a will, a divine will, there's a way. With Chiron conjunct Eris at 24 degrees Aries, the point where it hurts meets the part of us that refuses to stay quiet about it. What we've tolerated, minimized, or explained away is no longer something we can ignore. We can no longer pretend it doesn't matter. This was that whole, it's all going to come at us, full force, full frontal, and we can't be the ostrich that buries our head in the sand. It's not possible. God knows, sees, is everything. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. So this is about facing this change and the I am presence, octave, energy that we are. Just like, so we can't ignore it and we can no longer pretend it doesn't matter. Just like Eris exposed the hypocrisy of the gods, restoring cosmic order with the golden apple, we too can flip the script and stand up for what is true. Because nothing, no conditioning, no story we've been living by can withstand the power of truth once we stop turning away from it. Well, this is what we were talking about earlier in the show. There's nothing that the unseen isn't, can't see, doesn't know. There's nothing that can withstand the power of truth, the power of the divine. Nothing. So it doesn't matter if you think you're just the sneakiest little, smartest person in the room. There's someone far smarter, far more pure that's going to tower moments. It's the tower, and that can be a positive aspect or it can be a negative one. The energy of it, meaning how it comes, how do we deal with it? How do we receive it? So are we in the flow, in the alignment of the purity, the authenticity of this moment of ourselves? Because there's no turning away from it. astrobutterfly.com. When the sun crosses the 0 degrees Aries Rubicon, when you cross the Rubicon, there's no going back. We are invited, and last week they said, and why would you? Why would you want to? We are invited to ask not what's new, what do I want to manifest? What's the next shiny thing to chase? But what it is beyond all this that truly calls me. It's beyond the ego, mind, personality, human, the material aspects. What's beyond all of that? Take all of that away. Set it aside for a minute. What's truly calling me? And then align with that. Take the first step and then keep stepping. Sun at 0 Aries is an invitation to fuse with the origin and let that fusion spark something inside of us that feels both personal and connected to something greater. A direction that already knows where it's going. See, we don't have to know everything. We just have to choose to be in alignment with it, to let go of the past, let it go, release it, and then be in the alignment with it. Let that fusion spark something inside us that feels both personal and connected to something greater, a direction that already knows where it's going. Your soul knows all. We know little. For the first time, stepping into 0 no longer feels like we're thrown into the wild, fighting for survival, but like something we belong to. It's a knowing. It's a truth, and it's a trust in the fact of that knowing. We may not know everything. We don't have to know everything. The human wants to know. The ego wants to know. But the soul already knows. So it's just trusting the soul. Take the step. Take the next step. Keep stepping. This is perhaps the first time when we begin to feel drawn, not just driven. When the new journey feels a little bit different. Not the same loop repeating itself under the same old exhausted expectations. And when something larger begins to hold us, the question is no longer where we're going, but what has always felt true even before we had the words for it. What is it about who I am that, if everything else fell away, we've been talking about this, would still remain? If you knew the universe was on your side, would you take different risks? What would you do differently? This is a time of massive change, of massive release, triumph, alignment with divine will, divine order, divine time, and our willingness, because it's forced growth, so it's going to come, that tower, it's going to come one way or the other. It's far better to be in alignment, have a positive tower moment, allowing change to be that catalyst that leaps you forward in ways that quantum leaps, you couldn't imagine it, than to resist, to cling, and get whacked by the cosmic 2x4. Because what your soul said it would do, what it came to do, is going to happen. There are various ways that the same soul path, if you will, can come about in different ways. The root of what your soul came to do will be experienced. The higher hand, God, the divine, the all that is, as above, so below, it's in charge. It's the host. It's the master weaver. We are the guests. We are the co-creators, the co-manifestors. And we're to use our beautiful, I am a great light. We're to use our divinity in service to this higher octave of all that is. That's what we've come to do. And we've come to usher in this new octave, this new era. It's exciting. It comes with its trepidation. We're human. It comes with, it's all this massive change. And so of course we're being uprooted. It's shaking us to our core, but not to harm us, to liberate us, to expand us, to elevate us, so that we will receive what that triumph. There's that 6 of Wands that says victory, celebration, honor. And it's not beginner's luck. It's because we've earned it. It's because our hard work and our dedication paid off and pays off. And it's our ships coming in. They're coming in. It's accelerated advance. And it's about the sun. How we get there is choice. It's the tower. Is it a positive tower? Is it a negative tower? but it's choice. That's where we are. That's how we end. Well, we begin. We end the astrological year and we begin the astrological year. And like astrobutterfly.com is talking about, this isn't just a normal reset, new astrological year. There's nothing about 2026 and this astrological new year and this Aries equinox that is ordinary or the same old, same old. It's not. And it's up to us to choose a higher octave and how we align with that. So until next week, be well, be kind. Sue is saying, so awesome. I get what you're saying. I am working on it. It is overdone and it just needs to stop, and it continues. But what is done to me does not refine me. Exactly. It does not. Allow your life choices, your life experiences and everything to refine you, not define you. And just take the first step towards your new reality and then keep stepping. We've earned this moment. And I'm so excited to see where it all leads us and takes us. So be well, be kind, be in alignment. Be in alignment with the divine, your divine soul source connection. And we will see you next week.